I recently bought this vector meter, Handheld Vector Netwerk Analyser, and of course I studied in many YouTube videos. Anyway, it's a very interesting thing, interesting measurement device with which you can do all kinds of, say, interesting measurements. Of course, I had no experience with this thing. I only have it a few days. But my first idea was to, say, test the resonance. And I made a setup with this coil. It's a parallel tuned circuit. This is the tank circuit, the tuning capacitor parallel to the coil. And the core material is unknown to me anyway. And that's also, say, the adventure when you have such a device. Anyway, I found the whole menu structure very difficult. Want to tell more about it. I can't get into detail how you can, say, find out all the complete menu structure, but it is here. There's a chart, and when you want to measure something, you can find here what you want to measure. So when you, for instance, want to measure resonance, that's here now, you can find it in the submenu of measure. That's quite logic, perhaps, but the whole structure is, to me, at least not very clear. But when you try an experiment, keep on trying. Double click, for instance, when you want to remove. There are 4 traces here. When you want to remove one of the traces, you must double click. I didn't understand that at first, etc. Well, most important is that you must set the bandwidth of the thing. And now it is set between 50 kilohertz and 30 megahertz. In this menu, that is the knob stimulus, start 50 kc, stop 30 mc. Calibration is also necessary. The idea of calibration is that the input here is shortcut. Then you calibrate the apparatus, and then you see a straight line. And that means that the thing is calibrated. I realize that this is perhaps not very clear, but there are many videos on YouTube where you can find better information. More precise information, and also from radio amateurs or people that have, say, more insight in how this works. This is the unit, and I'm testing now this, like I told. This is the tank circuit. Here is the antenna. First I'm going to measure the resonance frequency, and you must set in the menu resonance. This is important. I found there's a kind of lock function. The pause sweep must be set off, otherwise you see nothing, only a straight line. Anyway, well, what's happening here? At first that coil, the tank circuit here, and now I'm tuning the tuning capacitor. We see at first that the coil here, and that coil is connected to an outdoor antenna here, to the top, to its top here. This is the top. Outdoor antenna is connected, and now I turn the tuning capacitor, and you will see that the system is in resonance. When I tune that capacitor, you see other frequencies, you see dips. That's the best thing to say, dips on other frequencies. So you can search to the position of that tuning cap where the dip is at its best, and that's approximately here. And you can go with that yellow arrow here to that frequency, and then you can read here the frequency where the dip is at its best. But you can also read here, of course, the figures, and you see that the whole system is resonant and has a few dips, a few resonance frequencies, going from 2.8 megahertz, 20 megahertz, 21 megahertz, 23, 24 and 25. But there's always a frequency where the dip is at its maximum. So it's maximum resonance, it has the highest output level, not output level, but the reverse of output level in the on this frequency. And this is a schematic, only a first ID, crocodile clip here, underside of the coil, antenna. Perhaps interesting to show what happens when I disconnect the antenna. It's now connected to the outdoor antenna. I disconnect it, and of course it is a resonant system, and that means that we have that long antenna is now gone, and we don't see very sharp dips any longer. Here we see a kind of dip, and you can also switch. You can see that I can switch the dip over the frequency band, but without that antenna, here is the maximum frequency. It is 26 megahertz approximately. So the only thing that I wanted to show is that you can say, look at the resonant system here. I don't say that this is a good antenna measurement. The thing is usable for antenna measurements. I know it, I saw it on the World Wide Web. I did not do a serious antenna measurement. I only conclude here that this resonant system here has a few dips or a few peaks. Anyway, the menu structure again, when you buy it you get that paper, and of course you have to study it. I find the whole menu structure not very easy to understand, but anyway, it's only a first experiment. Thanks for watching.